What if I told you a butterfly isn't really colorful? Its wings don't just reflect light, they engineer it, using nanostructures smaller than the wavelength of color itself. And today, we're zooming in far enough to watch that magic happen. In this video, we explore one of nature's most delicate but astonishing creations, the butterfly. At first glance, it appears simple, a small, fragile insect drifting through the air. But under the lens of a macro camera and microscope, the butterfly reveals an extraordinary world of biological engineering, optical mastery, and evolutionary precision. Today, we will look closely at its eyes, antennas, proboscis, and wings, each a masterpiece designed for survival, perception, and beauty. A butterfly's eyes are compound eyes, made of thousands of tiny units called ommatidia. Each ommatidium captures light from a slightly different angle, giving the butterfly an enormous field of view. While humans see three primary colors, butterflies can detect ultraviolet patterns invisible to us. These UV markings act like hidden signals on flowers, guiding the butterfly directly to nectar pathways. Under the microscope, each ommatidium looks like a miniature hexagonal lens, forming a mosaic that allows rapid motion detection, essential for escaping predators. A butterfly's antennae function like advanced chemical sensors. They detect scent molecules in the air with remarkable accuracy, allowing butterflies to locate food, identify other butterflies, and even sense appropriate locations for laying eggs. Each antenna is covered with microscopic sensory hairs. Under magnification, these hairs resemble intricate fibers connected to nerve endings, forming a highly sensitive detection system. The butterfly's proboscis is a remarkable feeding tool. It is a long, flexible tube that stays coiled like a spring when not in use. When the butterfly feeds, internal muscles uncoil the proboscis and form it into a precise drinking straw. Under the microscope, tiny grooves along the tube guide liquid upward using capillary action. This allows the butterfly to drink nectar, tree sap, and even minerals from moist soil. Butterfly wings are masterpieces of natural microengineering. What appears as smooth color is actually a surface made of thousands of overlapping scales. Each scale is a thin plate with microscopic ridges and nanostructures. These nanostructures manipulate light, bending, scattering, and reflecting it in complex ways. That's why many butterfly colors are not pigments, but structural colors. Under magnification, metallic blues, shimmering greens, and shifting violets reveal their true nature, light interacting with nanoscale architecture. The scales also serve practical purposes. They regulate heat, repel water, and help the butterfly escape predators by shedding easily when grabbed. In extreme close-up, the wing looks like a living carpet made of colorful tiles, precise, delicate, and incredibly organized. The butterfly may live only a short life, but every part of its body reflects extraordinary design and purpose. From optical engineering in its wings to chemical sensors in its antennae, it is a creature shaped by millions of years of adaptation. Through the lens, we are reminded that even the smallest beings contain worlds of complexity waiting to be discovered. Have you ever seen a creature so boldly colored that it seems painted by nature itself? This tiny insect, with its bright red and black stripes, looks almost unreal when viewed under a macro lens. But behind this vivid pattern lies a remarkable survival strategy, one that has evolved over millions of years. Today, we take a closer look at a striped shield bug, a small but fascinating insect often found on flowering plants. At first glance, it may seem simple, even ordinary. But once we zoom in, its body reveals an intricate world of textures, colors, and biological engineering shaped perfectly for survival. The shield-like shape of its body, called the scutellum, acts as natural armor. It protects the insect from predators, harsh weather, and even from being crushed between leaves. The texture of the exoskeleton is surprisingly detailed, covered with tiny bumps that scatter light and enhance the contrast of the stripes. The red and black pattern is not just for beauty. It is a classic example of aposematism, a warning signal to predators. Birds and small mammals quickly learn to avoid insects with such colors, associating them with unpleasant taste or chemical defenses. This bug doesn't need to fight. Its colors fight for it. This insect feeds using a specialized mouthpart called a rostrum. It works like a sharp, flexible straw, piercing the plant tissue and sucking out nutrient-rich sap. Under magnification, you can see how precisely it positions the rostrum, not wasting a single drop of energy. The antennae serve as the insect's main sensory tools. Each segment is packed with receptors that detect vibrations, chemical cues, and changes in airflow. Through these signals, the bug finds food, avoids predators, and communicates with others of its species. Its legs may look thin, but they are powerful and expertly adapted for gripping stems and climbing narrow plant structures. Tiny claws at the tips help the bug anchor itself while feeding or hiding beneath leaves. Unlike butterflies or beetles, shield bugs do not undergo a complete metamorphosis. Their young, called nymphs, resemble miniature adults and develop through several molts. They play a role in plant communities, feeding on seeds and sometimes helping regulate plant populations. And now, after observing its colors, its armor-like back, and its feeding behavior, we can confidently say, this is a striped shield bug belonging to the genus Graphosoma, a small creature, yet a masterpiece of natural design. Sometimes, the most extraordinary wonders are hidden in the smallest corners of our world. All we need is curiosity and a lens willing to look closer.